Leon Scott Kennedy, the golden boy of Capcom's Resident Evil franchise. Since his introduction in 1998, he has become a staple not only for the Resident Evil franchise, but in my opinion as in face of the Capcom. Right there with such iconic characters such as Mega Man, Ryu, Dante and many other. It has been 25 years since its arrival at the world of the video games, and like every other human being, even though he's just a video game character, he has come a long way from being a rookie cop to becoming one of the most badass character in all of video game. Let's take a look at his journey in today's video. This is the history and evolution of Resident Evil's Leon Scott Kennedy. Leon's first arrival was in Resident Evil 2, released in 1998 for Sony's PlayStation, and a remake of the game in 2019. Here, he arrived at the Raccoon City very late on his first day as a cop, only to discover that there is a virus outbreak that has turned 98% population of the city into zombies. Here he confronts his first living dead at a gas station, which he escapes, and meets Killer Red Pill, another playable character which during the course of the game he teams up with in order to get alive. Both of them decide to head towards the police station, where they get attacked by a bunch of zombies along the way, and after a brief struggle, both of them get separated. But somehow both make their way to the RPD and finds that most of the police has been killed and police station has been rammed. And after a heartfelt goodbye to his lieutenant, Leon along the way finds a secret passage to underground facility of the Umbrella Corporation. And after some brief struggle with William Birkin, the head of the Umbrella Corporation research team, Leon finds his ass getting saved by a red dress wearing pretty sassy woman Ada Wong, who introduced herself as an FBI agent to Leon, looking to retrieve the G-Virus to expose the Umbrella Corporation, the company behind the outbreak. There, Leon made his way to the police cells, where he finds reporter Brian Irons, who gets his head crushed courtesy of a monster named Tyrant, or nicknamed Mr. X. And after some struggle with our friend Tyrant here and getting his ass saved twice by Ada, and some emotional moments with a fellow survivor and his infected daughter, both Leon and Ada made their way to sewers, where they encounter and after blowing some heads, they met Annette Birkin, wife and partner of the William Birkin, who forces both Leon and Ada to pursue her to the underground Umbrella facility codenamed Nest. Eventually, Leon retrieved the G-Virus, and Annette Birkin reveals that the Ada is a mercenary and will sell the sample to the highest bidder. And in the next encounter, as you guess, Leon refuses to give the sample to Ada, who at a gunpoint demands the sample from Leon. But at the process, Annette shoots Ada in the shoulder, and after some struggle, Ada seemingly falls to her demise. Annette, well, the wounds she suffered from the whole fiasco caught up to her, and she also. And the facility sets a self-destruct mode automatically, and after a final fight with a mutated Tyrant, Ada, seemingly surviving her fall, tosses Leon an RPG, and he uses it to kill the Tyrant. And after escaping, Leon regroups with Claire and Sherry Birkin, the daughter of both William and Annette Birkin. Our trio finally escapes in a train, but hey, we got a company. It's William Birkin on his final mutated form, which our heroes escape after the train gets decoupled, and William, well, dies in the destruction. At the end, both Leon and Claire vow to continue their fight against the Umbrella Corporation, and the game ends. Leon's next outing takes place 6 years after the Raccoon City incident, where in the process, he gets interrogated by the United States government and gets a special training from them, and is just basically forced to join their organization, directly controlled under the president, where his first job was to protect the family of the president, but the daughter of the president gets kidnapped by an unknown group of people, and so they sent our one-man army, Leon, to the rescue in a remote area somewhere in Spain, where he arrived and found out that locals are not so welcoming, and after making his way to the village, Leon rescues a tied up man named Luis Serra, who tells Leon that the villagers has been controlled by an ancient parasite named Las Plagas, but before that, they both get taken out by the villagers,
the Big Cheese,
or Chief Mendes. In the process, Leon also gets injected with the Plaga, and after escaping the captivity and some hard struggles along the way, Leon locates down the president's daughter, Ashley Graham, and after rescuing her, an unprecedented weather delays their rescue helicopter, forcing them to retreat to a castle after killing the village's chief, Mendes. Both Leon and Ashley encounter more hostile locals under the command of the castle's ruler, Ramon Salazar. And after getting separated by a trap, here Leon briefly re-encounters with Ada Wong before meeting Louise again in the castle, who hands Leon a suppressor for the parasite inside him, before getting fatally stabbed by Krauser in the remake. And in the original, Louise gets stabbed and killed by Osmond Sadler, the leader of the Los Iluminados, the religious cult which are behind the kidnapping of Ashley. But before he dies, he hands Leon a key for his research. Turns out that Louise was a researcher sent by none other than its Umbrella Corporation. Rage fueled by this, Leon continues his journey. Upon returning to castle, Leon battles and kills a mutated Salazar and pursues his mission to rescue Ashley, which led him to an island facility. Here, Leon reunites with Ashley, but the duo meet the Osmond Sadler, who uses the parasite inside them to control and paralyze Leon for the time and separating them again. While moving through the facility, Leon finds out that it was Krauser who kidnapped Ashley, as Krauser desired power which he got from a mission named Operation Javier, which he and Leon barely survived years ago. Using the Plaga, Krauser mutates himself and fights Leon, who kills him, and after some more struggles with the Ganados, Leon reunites with Ashley. And with the help of a parasite removal machine which they find in the Louise's lab, Leon and Ada join forces to defeat a mutated Sadler, and defeats him after Ada tosses a special rocket launcher to Leon, who uses it to kill Sadler, who drops an Plaga amber. Ada takes the amber and flies away in a helicopter, while Ashley and Leon narrowly escapes the exploding island on a jet ski. And after some brief conversation, both of them sets into the sunset and the game ends. Leon's next outing was on the Resident Evil Darkside Chronicles, a light gun shooter game which was released in 2009 for both Nintendo Wii and PlayStation 3. Here, the story of the game takes place 4 years after the event of the Resident Evil 2 and 2 years before the Resident Evil 4. Here, our hero Leon is on a journey to take down a drug lord named Javier Hidalgo, who had strong ties with Umbrella Corporation. Thus, the name of the mission, Operation Javier. And accompanying him on his mission is Major Jack Krauser. Yes, the same Krauser who in the port game was bloodthirsty for Leon's head. Krauser at first doesn't really believe in Leon about the BOW monsters, but after encountering a whole village overrun by zombies and BOWs, they both met Javier's daughter, who reveals that her father has treated her with the T. Veronica virus to cure her terminal illness, and who also agrees to guide them through the jungle. And in between, Krauser asks Leon to tell everything about the Raccoon City incident, where many of the gameplay of the game takes place in the past Raccoon City, but this time in the first-person mode. And we all know the whole story of the Resident Evil 2, so let's continue with this one. And here, after fighting their way through, they arrive at the Javier's castle and take on the waves of experimental BOWs, and in the process, they also find out that Manuela's the mother has been turned into a monster by her own father after he had done some experiments on her, which of course failed miserably. Leon dispatches her, but during the battle, Krauser severely injures his shoulder, and Javier merges himself with a BOW known as B Complex in order to overpower both Krauser and Leon. But Manuela in turn uses her power which she gained from the T. Veronica virus inside her to defeat Javier, and the trio escapes at the helicopter. But the end, Manuela says goodbye before turning into ashes as Leon and Krauser watches. The main story of the game ends here, but this game also includes many flashbacks from Resident Evil Code Veronica, retelling the story of the game in a new style, and plus here we also get a glance at the mind of the Jack Krauser, where he becomes infatuated with the idea that Umbrella's mutagenic viruses can grant unlimited power, so he left the US government to seek out Albert Wesker, which all know where all this get him to. And after some hiatus, Leon returns in the Resident Evil 6, released in 2012 for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Here, the story of the game follows President Adam Benford, who is ready to reveal the truth to the world about the Raccoon City incident and government's deals with Umbrella Corporation, with Leon on his side. Of course, but before that can happen, another virus outbreak. How surprising. And this time the president himself gets infected, and Leon and his partner Helena Harper, also an agent, had to take down their own commander-in-chief. After that, both of them escapes with a little help from a fellow survivor, and on the way learns that the 70,000 people in the town has been infected, this time with a new virus called the C virus. And after meeting other survivors and Of course, disappointing them, Leon and Helena found a secret passage to an underground facility. Helena's sister, Deborah, who of course gets mutated and get taken out with the help of an old friend of Leon, it's Ada Wong. But later our duo gets accused for the whole mess by the National Security Advisor, Derek C. Simmons. And after some more struggle with whatever this is and witnessing a very familiar situation like the Raccoon City, Leon and Helena tracks down a suspicious Simmons, but not before crashing down to China in an aeroplane, creating a whole mess. And after giving the land of the social credit a bit test of the pirates, there our duo, or at least Leon, had a reunion with the all grown-up Sherry Birkin and an illegitimate son of Albert Wesker named Jack. And later Leon had an intense meeting with Chris Redfield, as he thought Chris was going to kill Ada Wong, which he thought was Ada Wong. Anyways, after some understanding between the two, Leon and Helena tracks down Simmons, and despite being mutated with the C virus, they both took him down for the time being. Meanwhile, a missile containing C virus gets detonated to the city, and our duo makes a rather badass escape, which I would like to call it like that, before eventually getting a hold on a helicopter, which of course gets crashed shortly after. And there they had a final encounter with the fully mutated Simmons, whom they took down with the help of an old friend of Leon. No, this time it's not Ada, it's rocket launcher. And at the end of the game, they both get discharged with all their charges put by Simmons, and the game ends here. Well, I guess it's time to wrap up our video here. Just like Leon, we too have come a long way, isn't it? But together. So before we go guys, please make sure to click that like button and share the video, and it will be a great pleasure if you become our member by subscribing our channel and ring the bell icon to make sure you never miss our latest videos just like this one. It's me signing off. You're watching Gamvaluation. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.